All right, so we have Mr. Viper here. We are working on our door manners and going into our loose leash walking. So, how I set up our walk every time I go and walk my dogs is it always starts at the door. So a lot of times they get really excited. They're really, hyped to go out for their walk. So I want to work on some door manners, on teaching Viper not to rush the door and teach him his wait command. So all I do is I walk up Viper to the door. I'll go ahead and tell him to wait. I'll use my hand, kind of like a stay, just tell him to wait like that. I'm gonna always have my body between dog and door so I can use my body language to tell Viper, hey, no, I don't want you rushing out of the door. So usually what I do is I'll open the door. Good wait, good boy. Now if Viper decided to rush the door, I would just use my body pressure like this and I would walk into him and remind him, I need you to wait. Good job, buddy. So here, I'm gonna get him back. I'm gonna open the door again. And I don't care, it's to your preference, but I don't care that he's standing, sitting, laying down in front of the door, as long as he's not rushing out the door. So then from here, I'll just call him out. Viper, let's go. Good boy, very good. And I wanna continue to keep him engaging with me, because a lot of times too, is they'll be really good at the door, and then they'll be like, all right, we're outside, woohoo! I wanna get him back, hone him in. Obviously, we just went through a threshold, which for puppies sometimes is, all right, new place, what are we doing? And they get really excited. So I want to hone him back in, get his attention. Viper, yes! So we're doing our loose leash walking. I like to walk my dogs on the left-hand side. I like to use my hand with some treats, and I want to keep him in this bubble. So now, since we've been working on this, I'm going to be a little more stricter on where I want Viper. I want him in this bubble space. Yes, good boy. I want him here, and I start labeling that heel. Good boy, yes. And I'm gonna be really engaging, because if I'm not engaging with Viper, and I just started walking him and not do anything with him, it would develop into him pulling on the leash like this. And we don't want our dogs pulling a leash, so I'm gonna call him back in. Yes! And I'm gonna get him back in this position. Good heel. When he's here, I'm gonna label that heel. Good boy. Very good. Let's go. Yes, good job. I'm using my hands. I'm getting his attention. I'm gonna change direction again to keep him in this position. I want him here. I'll give him a leash correction to pull him towards me. Viper, yes, good boy. I label yes, get excited. Good job. He gets in front of me. I'm gonna walk backwards. Right here. Good. Come on, babe. Yes. Good heel. Good job. I'll turn into him. I want to keep him here. Keep him focused. Keep him in tune. Good job. Now, every time I stop, I'm gonna ask Viper to sit. Good. Now, if I want Viper to have freedom and sniff around, I'm going to say, okay, and give him the length of the leash. If he's got to go potty, if he's got to, you want him to sniff. It's, sniff, go potty. Let him go to the bathroom. Let him get some enrichment of smelling his environment. Good potty, good boy. And then when you're done and you want to continue your walk, I'm just going to call him back into a heel and continue working with him. Viper. Good boy. Heel. And now he's back into this bubble because I asked him to heel. And we're going to continue to keep engaging with him and working on this is where I want you. It all depends on how strict you want to be. Personally for me, I am very strict with where I want my dog when I want them walking, especially at this age, because they get distracted and they can develop into pulling. So far, Viper's doing great. Viper, yes, sit. Very good. And we're gonna keep up on working on it. Good job, buddy. Okay.